Hi guys, welcome to week 10 and Celtic religion and happy Samhain. So the Celtic feast of Samhain is often celebrated on November 1st, although there is some indications that maybe they celebrated on the full moon, which this year is October 31st. So happy Samhain, a very important Celtic festival. The name means summer's end, and it was a time of magic, and we will be talking extensively about that. So weeks 10 and 11 are Celtic religion. There's a lot of reading, but not a whole lot of work. The main work you're going to need to focus on is getting your research paper outline, and I'll talk about that a little more in just a minute. So first of all, I know that I've been a little tardy at getting some of your work back. I apologize. But your outlines are up and available for review, and you can redo them until the due date. And so that should be your main focus this week of doing that. So let me tell you what's been going on with the outlines, the research paper outline. So first of all, this is a religions class. So many of you submitted outlines that cover general topics, such as the history of, some ancient culture, or you want to talk about gender and sex roles or things like that. Those are all great topics. And you can continue to do them, but there should be an understanding of how those topics relate to the religion and the religious practices and the mythology of the people. Okay, so you can't just do a straight history paper. Sorry about that. This isn't a history class. So I want to be able to assess your understanding of religion and how religion works in society. Secondly, a number of you took very, very general topics. This is a college level research paper, so what I'm trying to see is how you can do research, how you can drill down into a subject, learn something in depth about it. And so you need to going to find in-depth articles. Many of you have found a lot of very short articles. So reading many, many, many short articles will not give you an in-depth understanding. That's just not the way it works. So what I've noticed is that the majority of you are just going on and doing a search using your favorite search engine. And that means that almost every single person came up with an article from ancient.eu. I will never accept an entire bibliography of ancient.eu articles. They are reasonably well researched, and they are also every single one very short. So something you can read in 20 minutes is not going to give you a lot of depth, understanding, or detail. The good thing about an ancient.eu article, or a Wikipedia article for that matter, is that they have bibliographies, they have works cited. So if you find an ancient.eu article that's on your topic, go down to the bottom, go to the works cited, see if you can find a copy of some of those books or more extensive articles. Okay, so that's how you can use that. Other resources you can use to find extensive, and for many of you, when I commented on your outlines, I said find something extensive. That means articles that are thousands of words instead of hundreds of words. So 10-page articles, 20-page articles, an entire book chapter, an entire book. That's what you should be looking for, okay? Because I want you to have a real deep understanding of your topic. So when you write a paper, you're writing from a place of understanding rather than a place of just relaying information that you read on the web, and then you're just going to put it in your own words in a paper. That's not how this works, right? So you should understand your topic well and be able to bring together different sources and draw conclusions about what you've learned. So this is self-learning. This is self-motivated learning is what's going on here. So use the bibliographies in the ancient.eu articles. Another place to look is go to scholar.google.com. Google Scholar often has extensive articles. Look on the side to the right of the articles and see if they have a PDF. Many of them have PDFs that you can download. So that's another place to start. If you're really stuck, send me an email. Sometimes I have extensive work. I always, I don't give you guys everything because it would be way too much. So sometimes I have more extensive stuff I can help you with. A third place to look is the C&M libraries. Very few of you use the C&M libraries databases. So you go into C&M, under resources, go to libraries, and then under libraries, there's two places you can look. You can go to advanced search. That's a good start. Often they have whole books that are available to read online, and your own personal login information should be adequate to get you access to these books. The other place to look under C&M libraries is go to databases and go to EBSCO or Credo reference. Both of those are the most extensive reference sources, and start looking there. And also JSTOR. Sometimes, not always, but JSTOR also has. So use those three databases within C&M and search them. You may have to spend some time. You may have to use different search terms. You know, if you use Egyptian religion, you might get a few vague articles. If you put in a particular god, if you put in Egyptian religious practices, you might get something different. So this is a place where you may have to spend some time sort of searching to find good sources. So if you're having trouble finding sources, send me a poke. There are librarians that would love to have work, and they expect my students to show up each semester. So you can also contact the C&M libraries. You can do a Zoom call with them or a phone call, or just send them an email and ask for advice on finding resources. Be specific. All right, so those are your research paper outlines. Thank you for all the good work that you've done so far. Many of you can still do some more work to get full points, so you can turn in this assignment as many times as you want. So that should really be your focus this week. The other focus, of course, is Celtic religion. Celtic religion is fascinating and complicated. It has a very complicated history. So I will put up the lecture. There's probably going to be two lectures. I'll put up the first lecture anyway on Monday. I will tell you which readings you should be doing. Definitely Julius Caesar and the general introduction to Celtic religion. So happy Samhain and happy Halloween, and I will be seeing you around.